All right, let's get right into it. On a demolition site, things are moving a million miles an hour, and look, spills are going to happen. This isn't some textbook exercise, this is your on-site playbook for when they do. What you do in those first few seconds is absolutely critical. So just imagine it for a second. A hose gives way, a drum gets knocked over. There's fluid spreading out fast. What's your immediate gut reaction first move? If you hesitate or if you make the wrong call, a small problem can blow up into a huge safety or environmental disaster. Your answer can't be a guess. It has to be second nature. So, that answer? It's not something you make up on the spot. It comes straight from our official guide, the Safe Work Practice, or the SWP. This thing lays out the exact, mandatory rules for how we respond. It's what keeps us all on the same page and, more importantly, keeps us safe. And I want to be super clear about this. An SWP isn't just another piece of paperwork to get filed away. It's our playbook. It was designed for one reason and one reason only: to make sure every single person here can act fast, act correctly, and act safely. It's about protecting you, your buddies, and the environment around us. It's not a suggestion, it's the rule, period. You know, a good spill response doesn't actually start when the spill happens. Nope, it starts way before that. It starts with you knowing exactly what your role is and knowing your gear inside and out. Preparation is everything. So let's break down who does what and with what. Look, safety is a team sport. It's a two-way street. Your supervisor, their job is to make sure you're trained up, that you know the hazards, and that you've got the right equipment. Your job is to actually be trained and competent, to use your eyes and spot those hazards before you start working, and to speak up right away if something doesn't feel right. We all have a critical part to play here. Okay, let's talk tools. These are the tools of our trade. When things go wrong, take a second and think about your site right now. Do you know exactly where the spill kits are, the absorbent pads, the booms? Do you know what specific PPE you need for the chemicals you're around? That info is right there in the safety data sheets. Knowing where this stuff is and being ready to grab it is absolutely non-negotiable. All right, it's happened. A spill is on the ground. This is when your mind needs to be crystal clear. Forget about guessing. There is a 5-step procedure, a set of mandatory do's that you have to follow every single time. This is where your training becomes muscle memory. So here's the play-by-play. Follow these in order. 1. Notify. And I mean make some noise. Yell, get on the radio, do whatever it takes to let your supervisor and everyone nearby know what's happening. 2. Communicate and gear up. Tell people what the hazard is and get your PPE on before you go anywhere near it. 3. Stop the flow. But, and this is a big but, only if it's safe to do so. Your personal safety is always number 1. 4. Contain it. Use pads, booms, whatever you've got to build a wall around that spill. Keep it from spreading. And 5. Collect. Once it's contained, you clean it up and get rid of all the contaminated stuff exactly how you've been shown. Now, just as important as knowing what to do is knowing what not to do. These are the critical errors that can take a manageable situation and turn it into a complete disaster. You have got to know the don'ts. This is the number one mistake, the one we see all the time: rushing in blind. Is that clear liquid just water, or is it a nasty acid? You have no idea just by looking at it. Acting before you know what you're dealing with is one of the most dangerous things you can possibly do. I mean, just think about it. A running engine, a spark from a tool, a hot exhaust pipe. If that spill is flammable, any one of those things could set it off. The danger zone isn't just the puddle, it's the whole area. You've got to secure the scene and kill any and all ignition sources. The very second a spill gets into a drain or a ditch, it's not just our problem anymore. It becomes a major environmental incident. That right there is a red line you cannot cross. Containing the spill on our site is the absolute top priority. And look, just because the mess is cleaned up doesn't mean the hazard is gone. That stuff can stay on your skin, your boots, your clothes. Washing up thoroughly afterwards is what prevents chemical burns and protects you in the long run. Don't take that hazard home with you. So let's bring all this home. A proper spill response is all about having a clear plan and executing it. It's how we get the site and everyone on it back to being safe. It all comes down to knowledge, preparation, and disciplined action. Let's run through it one last time, real fast. Do notify your supervisor. Don't just rush in. Do wear your proper PPE. Don't use ignition sources. Do stop the flow if it's safe. Don't let it get into the drains. Do contain and collect it. And don't ever forget to wash up after. It's simple, it's clear, and it's mandatory. In the end, it really all comes down to this simple phrase. No matter how chaotic it feels, just take that 1 second, stop. Think about your training, the steps, the hazards, and then, only then, act safely. Make that your mantra. That's how we make sure we all go home at the end of the day.